guys, my name's T and I have been at university for almost an entire semester now. As you can probably tell by my very festive hat, it's almost Christmas time, which means the end of the first semester. So today I basically just want to talk a little bit about my experiences so far, share with you how I've been getting on, and maybe give some of you who are considering university a little bit more of an insight into what moving away from home for the first time is really like. So before I moved here into a big and bustling city, I lived in Suffolk, basically the middle of the countryside, with very little going on, very few opportunities, pretty much old people everywhere, like literally great for 18-year-olds. So yeah, it wasn't a great place. I mean, don't get me started on my sixth form, it was crap by the end of, you know, my 2 years doing A-levels, so that's an entire another video. I hated it so much. Just don't get me started. I will be here for hours ranting about how I hated it so much. Basically, Suffolk, middle of nowhere, very little going on. So you can imagine my shock when I moved to Birmingham, the second biggest city in the UK, and you know, there's suddenly so much going on. There's suddenly so much more vibrancy and multiculturalness and so much more going on, and such an amazing university with, you know, incredible facilities, so much more than I've ever been used to. So of course it has been a very, very difficult and exciting change. So I'm not gonna lie, my first night here was pretty emotional. My parents obviously helped me move in, unpack all my stuff, but then it was time for them to go and I just kind of burst out into tears and didn't know what to do with myself. Just kind of locked myself away in here, in my room, and didn't do anything for the rest of the evening. I think I watched Netflix and then went to bed. So first night, very exciting. But after the first night I was, you know, completely fine, kind of got out of my comfort zone a little bit, started talking to my new flatmates and trying to make some new friends, you know. So yeah, all was well. I really think my flatmates think that I am kind of the most got my shit together person that they've ever met, because I moved here away from home for the first time. I cook for myself pretty much every day. They don't know how to cook at all. And I keep my room nice and tidy, you know, there's nothing on the floors, everything's where it should be, and I even have a bit of tea addiction, like an adult. It's still hot. Of course, when you're planning to come to university, you have some idea in your mind what it's going to be like. In the words of my favourite comedian, Russell Howard, you kind of have, you know, the vision that it's going to be all sex, drugs, rock and roll, and in reality it's more like, did you take my milk? And yes, I think there's definitely something to be said for that, but you know, for the first week it was definitely sex, drugs, rock and roll. I mean, it was Freshers' Week, we are British students, we drank for a week straight. It was a lot. I was so tired. So tired. Now that it's all calmed down a bit, sex, drugs, rock and roll is definitely on the back burner, and it is pretty much more about who took my damn milk. Connor. Joking, he'd never take my milk. But then in saying that, there is definitely plenty of time to party and try something new, if you know what I'm saying. I'm sorry Mum, I love you. Of course there is actually the studying part of being here, which I have also very much enjoyed. You know, I felt so welcomed from the moment I arrived, and overall, you know, really motivated and inspired to create new work up until this point, which is why I'm making this video, so I can procrastinate on actually doing relatable content. But in all seriousness, I really feel like A-levels drained all of the fun out of what I love to do, which is be a creative person. And you know, they put criteria to it, they made it a checklist, which isn't what creativity is about at all. But you know, here at university there's so much more freedom to do exactly what I want to do, you know, to just you know, take an idea and just run with it and do whatever you want with it. Seriously, you can just, you know, you don't even have to, I'm a photographer, I'm doing a photography degree, I don't even have to take photographs if I don't want. I can use a completely different medium if I want, which is fantastic, and it's just, you know, so exploratory and experimental, and I can just go in any direction I want, which is what I love. I love being here because I have full freedom to be any kind of creative person that I want, which is fantastic and I love it. So overall, I'm having a very fantastic time at university. My degree is treating me very nicely. My social life is treating me very nicely in more ways than one. Yeah, I've met some really great people here, people who I am very happy to call my friends and who I hope I'm still calling my friends for a long time to come. Yeah, so I can really see what people mean when they say these are the greatest years of your life. That's so bollocks. British people.